Hello guys, my name is Aditya Anand and today we'll be coding some more questions. In the previous video we have coded up to question number 8 and today we'll be covering 9, 10, 11. 11 has two parts A and B, so we'll be coding 4 questions today including these subparts. So the first question for today is, we were in a session, we were covering these 15 questions. So if you have not watched the previous videos for these 8 questions, you can watch it. It is present in the same playlist. So for number 9, how will you convert a string to all lowercase and uppercase? Okay, so suppose say we have a string. Let's name it as my string, and we have my string has a value a d I dy a, something like this. Okay, so if we want to convert this string into lowercase, okay, let me just write here. Okay, fine. If we want to convert this into lowercase, and let me take a variable lower of my string, okay, then what we can simply do is my string dot lower, and let us print lower of my string string. Yes, so if we run this, we get all the characters of the string in lowercase, right? This a was in uppercase, it became lowercase, and these two were in uppercase, so these two also became lowercase here. Fine. Now for converting this string into uppercase, we can similarly copy this and we can write it as upper. The upper function converts a string into a string of characters into a string of characters with all uppercases. Let's just print this. See, why am I printing this is, if I write here lower my string and if I write here upper my string, actually this doesn't works with Spider or any other Python compiler, but in the notebook, if whatever we write in the last line, if it is simply a variable, the value in the variable will be printed here, right? So this will not be printed. So if we want to print both of them, then we have to use a print statement. We can either do this way, right? Let me show you. See, right? Or I can write both as print statements, or I can separate write it into a single print statement, separating it by comma. So this is it, right? And okay, I've not written capitalize here, but there is another function that capitalizes. Capitalize means just the first letter will be capital and the other letters will be in lowercase. The first letter in uppercase and the others will remain in lowercase. So what we can do is cap my string. I just forgot to write r here. My string dot capitalize, right? And let us print this variable again by just changing this to cap. See, only the first letter is capital and the remaining became small. So this can be useful when we are dealing with some when we are dealing with a column. Let's say, let me show you once. Insert cell below, and we have let's say my list. Okay, apple apple. Okay, and this is apple apple, and banana banana, and CHERRY, cherry, and APPLE, apple, right? So how many unique number of fruits are here? So by a normal human mind, we can say that there are only three fruits. One is apple, then we have banana, and then we have cherry, right? But what a program will do is, if we write something like my list, okay, wait, UNIQUE, unique of my list. I don't think it will work because we are not using numpy here. Yes, and I'm not going to talk about numpy in this basics. So what we can do is, see, uh, so we want will not be printing the unique values here because it will be covered in the intermediate Python. Anyways, let me just show you. My list dot unique. If this works, this may also not work. Yes, list attribute has nothing called unique. So okay, we have learned one thing, right? That if we convert it to set, then we get the uniqueness, right? Otherwise, what we could have done is we could have imported the numpy package, and there is a function called unique. We could have used that easily, and we could have got our unique values. But as we have not learned numpy in the basics version, so in the basics of Python, so I was not planning to include it here. So let's just, what we can do is set of my list. Now let us print my list. Set also contains unique values, right? So see, there are, all these are taken as unique values, but what if we convert it to lower or maybe upper, anything, such that the cases matches, right? So if I think this should work. No, this won't work. So I have to use a for loop. For I in range length of my list. Okay, so my list of index I can be assigned as my list of index I dot lower, right? So all of these will be converted to lowercase, and then we will have exactly three unique values. So that is the advantage of using this lower, upper, or capitalized, so that there is no difference there is no difference caused by the cases. Okay, this can be very much useful when we are reading data sets at that time for maybe some analytics purpose or something. See, now we have apple, banana, and cherry. So this this can be used when we are reading, suppose a column of, suppose let's say a column of fruits, and we want to identify the different fruits, right? So the different category of fruits, sorry, the different names of fruits. So first is apple, this is also apple, there is no difference, but due to the case, a difference in the case, the program will treat it as different. So we don't want to treat them as different, so we can use this method. You can write here upper, lower, or capitalize anything, and you can get your unique values. So this is done. Now we move to how to count letters or words in a string. Okay, so suppose we have the same string here. Okay, we can extend it as well, ANAND, whatever. So now I want to count the number of A's. Okay, So my string dot count a. My string is not defined. Okay, my string, I always forget this r. See, three number of a's, a, a. Okay, and if we write capital A, then it is only one. But again, this is a problem, right? So we want all the a's, whether it is capital or small, to be counted. So what we can do is my string is assigned to my string dot lower. So what this does is it converts this my string into lowercase and then assigns it back to my string. This kind of replications are required for strings. Okay, so now if we check a, it should be 4. I here again r. Okay, now it is 4, right? um, what if we want to just let us change this. This is what it is, right? And now if we want to count is, right? So what will it, sorry, not here, not here, definitely not here. We have to count is, so we have to write it inside the count function, so it will return us 2. So we can even count words using this. Okay, it will return 3 because here it is 1 is, this is second is, and this is the third is. Okay, so how whatever, even if it is not separated by a space, it will count it. So what if we want that only these two should be counted? So there is a space ahead of this, right? So we can add a space here and we have 2. Fine. So this was ways to count the letters or words in a string. This count function can also be implemented on lists. Suppose we have this list. Okay, insert cell below. We have this list, and first of all let's convert this to lowercase. My list is assigned to my list. Again, this will not work, we have to use a loop. Why this does not work is lower is not for a list, it is just for a string, and there are 5 strings in this list, so we have to iterate through the list and change each one of them. Okay, now we want to count, let's say my list dot count my list dot count apple. So we have 3, right? What if we want to count banana? So we have 1, right? Fine. So this works fine even for lists. This count function works even for lists. It's not just for strings. Okay, just like this lower, upper and capitalize is just for strings. So I think this much is enough for today. Let's keep the video short. This question is a little bit lengthy, it may go a little bit lengthy, so let's do it in the next video. So I hope you have understood this question 9 and question 10. If not, please comment down in this comment section and let me see which kind of doubts you are facing. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like the video, hit the like and the subscribe button and keep supporting, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great day ahead.